Hello, this is Jerry Rice and my dog Leonidas. We're here to talk about our video game, Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football.
And you got dogs playing football. It's so exciting.
You go to any kind of game store, and the most common game you will find is a sports game. There are countless amounts of sports games. Arguably, the very first video game, Tennis for Two, is a sports game. Pong, based on ping pong, is a sports game. Atari made basically every sports game. They made soccer, they made football, they made a volleyball. They just called the games what they were. What do you call the sequel to a game called Soccer? Do you call it Soccer 2? Well, Atari came up with the idea to name the game after a famous soccer player, and that's how we got Pele Soccer for the Atari 2600. Ever since then, sports games have been named after people. The most popular example is, of course, John Madden Football. Even though John Madden did not really play football, he is synonymous with football. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam. And that's how we get to where we are today, and that is Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football for the Nintendo Wii and Steam.
That was sweet!
But before we get too far talking about Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football, let's talk about how I came across Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football. I found this listing on eBay for a pallet of brand new unopened copies of Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football for $10,000. I looked at the eBay seller wondering who on earth would have a whole pallet of Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football.
How'd you know about Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football?
eBay.
The seller was called Judo Baby, and turns out Judo Baby is the developer of the game. If you look at all the things Judo Baby is selling on eBay, it is just various amounts of brand new, unopened copies of Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football for the Nintendo Wii. Now, me being curious about this, some dude on Reddit bought like 100 of them. I thought that was a flex. I wasn't gonna do that, but I did buy an unopened sealed copy of Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football on the Nintendo Wii. Because first I was really interested that, well, Jerry Rice, arguably one of the best football players of all time, doesn't have a traditional football game, but his dog has a football game.
And you're an all-time great football player, but you're a rookie.
But when you buy Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football from Judo Baby on eBay, they give you this card, this like, I think it's a sticker, but I don't know what I'm gonna put it on, for Judo Baby's announced next game, Dino Dog Football, which is dog football, but the dogs are also dinosaurs. They announced this game back in 2017, and there's been no real updates. So who knows where Doggy Dino Football is going to be. Now, to verify the claim that it's actually Judo Baby selling this, when I bought the game on eBay, I got an email from the seller, and he signed his name as Dan, and Dan Mueller is the name of the CEO of the Pet Sports League, which is like another alias for Judo Baby. So I'm pretty convinced that the CEO is just sitting on thousands of copies of this game and he's just pushing them through his eBay account. But the other interesting thing about Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football is on the cover of the box and a lot of the marketing, and when you turn on the game, it advertises the PSL. the Pet Sports League.
Jerry Anitis here. Welcome to the PSL.
Now, I think this is some kind of like scam to convince you that like maybe there's a real life sports league for pets, but there's not. The Pet Sport League is just another name for Judo Baby, the developer of the video game. I can't find any reference of these guys other than this video game. And I don't even think you could get dogs to play football. I can hardly get my dog to play catch. But let's talk a little bit about the game. Now, Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football on the Nintendo Wii can be played 100% with the Wiimote. I think that's the whole point, is that you just use the Wiimote. And their commitment to the Wiimote was so strong that Judo Baby even made their own dog bone Wiimote.
And let me show you one more thing before we end up. This is our Wiimote bone cover. It's actually a dog bone. It's nice and made out of rubber here. You just put your Wiimote into it. It's going to be sold with the game and separately. So let's say you bring the game home, little Timmy gets his blue bone, and little Lisa says, hey, where's my pink one? We have red, we have blue, we have pink, we have yellow, we have green, all the colors of the rainbow. Everybody can have a bone, and it's food grade silicone, so if a little dog gets a hold of it, no big deal, and nice and rubbery, so it won't hurt your TV.
Now, the first thing you notice when you turn on Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football, at least the Wii version, the Steam version's different because a million different pieces of PC hardware, but the frame rate in the Wii version is so bad when you turn it on, I thought my Wii sensor bar was broken. It is just incredibly unresponsive, just clicking around the menu. So in the game, you can pick several different characters. There's like a billion. They're all based on weird stereotypes like fashion woman and like Celtic guy, guitar kid, and each of them have their own football plays. And these football plays are all named after whatever their character's theme is. There's like 9 different plays. It's a pretty basic kind of arcadey sports game. It is pathetically easy. But Jerry Rice said that is because it's for the kids.
And like I said, grown-ups can play it, but we wanted to target the kids from 13 and under. We didn't want to make the game so difficult where they could, they can play with it and they can have fun and they can enjoy it with the Wiimote.
And so basically what I discovered is if you just run the blitz play every time, you're probably going to sack them or at least prevent them from getting very many yards. Each of the courses or fields is kind of fun because it's not like a flat actual football field, but like a skate park and various other things.
And I think it's a great game. You got dogs actually playing football. Right?
And then I mentioned this game is full of dog puns.
Heads or tail? Tail. Flip it. You win. Good job. Go for the arc bonus. Kick it in for half points. Run or pass it in for full points. Hot dog.
But that's the game itself, but there is still a lot of questions. Does Jerry Rice's dog, Leonidas, actually play football?
Do you play football with Nidus at home?
My dog is a very affectionate dog, and I love him to death. He's like my best friend. And the only thing about this, when we did the photo shoot, he loves the camera, so he took some of that spotlight away from me. But Nidus is he's a Rottweiler, and he's going to turn 4 in October, and just my best friend.
And the other question I have is, who is this game made for?
And the majority of the games are tailored for for men and also boys.
So men and boys can play this game, but what about females?
And with this game here, females, they can actually play also. And
But really, when it comes down to who this game is for enjoyers of graphics.
It's a fun game. The graphics are unbelievable. Awesome. And I think it's a great concept. The graphics are good. And you can go to GameStop to pick the game up. So and the graphics, that's really what this is all about, and we had a great time making this game.
So in conclusion, Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football is a surprisingly okay football game that has just really weird stuff around it though, and that's why I thought it was interesting to talk about, is just Jerry Rice's awkward interviews and the whole marketing cycle and the fact that you can buy brand new copies of this from the developer on eBay. So many interesting things about this honestly dog water trash shovelware Wii game. But if you want to play it, I'd say pick it up on Steam. It's $2. Apparently the developer does tournaments on a Discord. Apparently there's maybe an active community of Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football players. Maybe if you're good enough, you'll actually meet Jerry Rice. I don't know. Subscribe.
If that didn't bring some smiles and tail wagging, then let me show you a few tricks in the game that can only come from pros like Nidus and me.
Up and away.
Shake him, Nidus. Good boy. Now score. Score, Nidus. Go. Go. Touchdown.